Question for you, which Simpsons character are you? And I want you to be honest, because everyone's gonna go, oh, I'm Bart Simpson, or I'm Lenny or Carl. I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. Are you Kirk Van Houten? Because this video is for you. We are rating the loser meals that you buy in Woolworths that are clearly designed for bachelors. So, stained shirt on, hair frazzled, let's get sad about circumstances that we don't personally know how to change. Oh, sorry, the ranking system is how many single beds out of 10. Now, this is confusing because if it is a good single meal, it's obviously going to taste abysmal. So 10 single beds means that it tastes awful. 1 single bed means that it's pretty good. So it's like golf. You're aiming for 1 single bed. Also, I should probably take down my zip. Our first a la carte menu item is from Papa Giuseppe's Pizza, Rising Stuffed Crust. Ooh. I wonder who invented this. It must have been that fat guy that died in his apartment and they needed a crane to lift him out. And here is what it actually looks like, which is classic single loser food. It's like when you go into a kebab shop and the photos of the kebab look worse than the actual kebab. Holy hell. I'm sorry to sound like every Guido food presenter on Netflix, but this is awesome. 2 single beds out of 10. Under par. This is perfect. If you have low self-esteem, this is not for you. Up next, we have, without a doubt, the funniest of the meat pie frozen selections. And I know that you're thinking that it's 4 and 20. Wrong. Sergeants. Your guarantee of quality. And doesn't it look it? Appetizing. Sadly, it does not pass the kebab test as the actual product looks way worse. And where's the sergeants on it? This pie is just a GI. It's got no badge. We will be using Master Foods tomato sauce, pretty much because I stole it from a company picnic. Ugh. That is worse than the pies you used to get at the canteen. Even the pastry tastes bad. That tastes like hot cardboard. Let me just taste a bit of the meat before we give it the stock standard single mattress bed ranking. How do you screw up minced meat? Ugh. And it has the aftertaste of this old Master Foods tomato sauce. To be fair, that's not actually Sergeant's fault, but I'm also not a professional judge like the ones you see on Iron Chef, so I can't distinguish it from it, and as a result, I'm gonna have to give that 7.5 single beds out of 10. It was worse than I thought, and clearly, I went in with very low expectations. Oh yeah, very excited about the next one. McCain's. I'm assuming is Aussie, probably not anymore. But also, cheese and bacon pizza pockets. It was a good day when you got that at school, wasn't it? That was when you came to school and your pockets were swollen, i.e. you had $5 in your wallet. I'm already feeling happy. It just releases endorphins holding the box. And obviously, because this is about single life, I'll be using the worst butter knife I have to be cutting this to see if it looks anything like the box. And the answer is a very strong no. No, it does not. Tasting to see if, just like my tastes in comedy have evolved since I'm 12 years old, have my taste buds. And indeed they have. You know when you suck on a lemon and your mouth tastes bitter? Just imagine if that was possible when you ate garbage. I feel my eyes focusing outwards because of how bad that was. 8.5 single beds. Mrs. Match microwave giant sausage roll. This is stooping to a new low, isn't it? A, it's giant. B, you can't even be bothered to put it in the oven. It takes 90 seconds to microwave. You have no dignity if you're eating this, do you? To quote Hilary Duff in a song that no one knows she's saying, where's your dignity? You have to refrain from touching this too long. It feels like I'm about to eat an ember. Microwave food should have never happened, should it? It's not an advancement, it's a mistake. I'll just chow down to this as close to the plate as possible so I don't get crumbs anywhere and then I only have to clean up one thing. The fact that it's 100% Aussie beef does not assuage me at all. That was so bad tasting that I don't care if it came from beef that was harvested in the Amazon. I just wish it tasted better than that. 8 single beds out of 10. We're gonna have to do a reveal on this one just to maximize how shocking the reality is. Lean Cuisine's steamed spiced sarde beef with rice actually looks like this. Am I in hell? What did I do to deserve this? Even if you've watched every season of The American Office over and over again, which is what single men do for some reason, you do not deserve this treatment. And we're going to be mixing this in. God, Lean Cuisine clearly got this idea from Vegas, who sells their buffet food to pig farmers. This is a trough. You're eating from a disposable trough. The ghost of this cow must be very angry that it ended up in this. It should have at least been in a ragu or something, not steamed spice satay beef with rice from lean cuisine. Hello, taste? That's remarkable. They've got one of the most flavoursome meals from Thailand because that's pretty much the kids' menu. It's just like fish and chips or satay chicken skewers. They've got that and made it taste like a rice cake. How did they do it? I highly recommend that you never eat this. Because it's so plain, 5 single beds out of 10. This next one's what I've been dreading the most. I hate to sound like a BBC reporter in Syria, but the smell is overpowering. It really is. And look at it. Doesn't that look like something Clive Palmer eats? This product is, or punishment's probably more accurate, karma? This karma in a box is Weight Watchers Chicken and Mushroom Fettuccine. No, it is not. That is orphan gruel. Who's buying this food? This is the reason that you're sad and your life doesn't work. It's not the other way around. You don't eat this because you're sad. You eat this once and then your entire life goes to tatters. Oh, the cream. Who likes creamy pasta at the best of times? This is a crime against nature. Whoever made that should go straight to hell. Ugh, we shouldn't be treating fat people like this. You know how people are always saying, comedians have the hardest job in the world? No, the MILF that has to sell that on daytime TV and go, oh, and it cooks in just 90 seconds and tastes great. Coming up next, we'll be interviewing Sonia Kruger. I think this is our highest rating so far. 9 single beds out of 10. Think about how high that is. How often do you see a 9 out of 10 hot chick / dude? Never. I think they went out of their way to make that shit. And finally, the piece de la resistance. We saved what is without a doubt going to be the best for last because it is from On the Menu, pub favourite. And listen to the advertisement on this. Tender pieces of lamb shank, slow cooked with delicious red wine and rosemary sauce, served with creamy mashed potatoes and veggies. Fuck off. It doesn't even look like that in the ad. Creamy mashed potatoes? That looks harder than an uncooked potato. The peas look so dehydrated. They look like little 100-year-old Japanese men. Going in. Pleasant first taste. Very disappointing aftertaste. I don't know who they're aiming for with this graphic design. It's probably miners in Perth, but you know what? Lean cuisine was so much more offensive than that. So was Weight Watchers. On the Menu, doing a pretty decent job, and therefore, if you are single, you shouldn't be eating this. This should be exclusively for when you're on the road. There's no McDonald's in the town, so your only option is to go to Woollies just before it closes and get something quick. This is not for single men. This is for men that are away from their wives 70% of the time. 4 semi-trailers out of 10. And speaking of truck drivers, you know how as a 12-year-old you have no duties in life apart from every time you see a truck go past you, you have to go, do it, boom, yeah. I'm doing that to you right now. Like it, like the video. Yes, what a legend. And if you didn't, you're gonna get the same treatment. Aww. Subscribe as well. I really appreciate the fact that the overall view of these videos that take 15 minutes to film is that they are much better than the videos that take me 2 weeks to write and research.
Please share and comment below. Comment.